If you go into the shop and look at juices, you actually see a lot of cranberry juice, or normally it's like cranberry drink and it's water, sugar, some cranberry juice mixed with some other fruit juice. But surprisingly enough, even though it's popular in shops, it's not something that is commonly juiced at home. And that's a shame because cranberries are really good for juicing. Hi, it's Dan with EUJUICERS.COM, and in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the benefits of juicing cranberries. 2 reasons you really should be juicing cranberries at home. And I'll also show a simple recipe that tastes really good and is really healthy for you as well. Now, as always, I will be leaving in the first comment a timestamp, so if you want to jump straight to the recipe, just go ahead and click down there. Now, cranberries, one thing to keep in mind, they're a seasonal fruit. They're normally only available from fall to midwinter, basically. So this isn't something you'll juice year-round, but it is something nice to juice at the holidays or on the cold days of winter. Now, the reasons for juicing cranberries are really 2. First of all is the obvious health benefits of cranberries. Cranberries are considered a superfood, just like their cousins, blueberries. And that's because they are loaded with a whole array of nutrients, vitamins including vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin E. They have got minerals including calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and even copper. And they also have phytonutrients that are used and can be used to treat certain health conditions, or at least help prevent some of these. The one that comes to mind when you think of cranberries is normally urinary tract infections. And this isn't something new. This is something even Native Americans have been doing for hundreds of years. They would use cranberry juice to treat kidney infections and bladder infections. And that's because cranberries have a compound that, for lack of a better word, makes them slippery to bacteria. Basically what happens is in the urinary tract lining, the bad bacteria there is E. coli, and cranberry juice has a compound that prevents those bacteria from attaching and spreading on the inner walls of the urinary tract. And that's why it's so effective. Now, in terms of can it treat it, that's up in the air. There's been some studies saying cranberry juice can be an effective treatment or along with some other antibacterials, but it's definitely been shown to help prevent it. So before an infection, if you're regularly drinking cranberry juice, it can keep those bacteria from attaching there. That same property also makes it good for digestive health because those similar types of bacteria cannot attach to the intestinal walls, and it can keep the whole digestive system running smoothly. And that even applies to oral health. Cranberry juice can be just swished around in the mouth as a rinse, as an antibacterial rinse, and it's very effective against the bacteria that causes plaque and gum disease. So definitely cranberries are known for being a strong antibacterial. In addition to that, they're known for being good for heart health. It keeps the veins, plaque buildup in arteries and veins, and it also lowers the systolic blood pressure. That's the higher number in blood pressure. And in addition, some recent studies have even shown that cranberry juice can retard the growth of certain types of cancer cells. So there's a whole array of health benefits and reasons you should be juicing cranberry juice. The second reason you should is because as far as berries go, it's probably the easiest berry to juice. Now, we typically don't recommend you juice just berries in a juicer. That's because berries are soft. They have a low water to pulp content. You know, when you think of a blueberry or a strawberry, you don't think of squeezing it and juice goes splashing everywhere. They're mushy, they're soft. But as far as berries go, cranberries are rather firm. They're nothing like, citrus or apples or even carrots. But as far as berries go, they juice pretty well. You can juice them on their own. You'll get a thicker juice. It'll be not syrupy, but nothing clear and thin like citrus or apple. But you'll get a lot more juice than you would out of most other berries. So it's definitely something to consider. Now, one thing to keep in mind, cranberries are very sour. They've been described as bittersweet or even bitter sour. And drunk straight, it's pretty sharp, even mixed with some other things. I actually tried about 6 different recipes at home, combining cranberries with other ingredients. and I used my wife as a guinea pig to test these different ones. The first one, the classic that I thought, was cranberry, apple, and ginger. I used Granny Smith apples. They're pretty tart, and it was pretty sharp. You know, you could drink a little bit, or you could add it to something else, but on its own, it was pretty rough. I tried things like pineapple, carrots, apples, blueberries, all sorts of things. Ended up with 6 recipes, put them all out in a glass on my counter. I had my wife. She's a much more discerning taste tester than I am, and this recipe is the one she came up with. So let's take a closer look at this recipe. So I've cleaned things up here. Notice the 727 has this juice cap, so when you want to clean, the juice isn't going to drip. And I ended up using all the cranberries. I used about half of the pineapple, just one little piece of carrot, because things flowed really well. My juicer at home was backing up some, but not at all here. I've got a tiny bit of foam, but it's negligible because of that low speed. The 727 does have a little stainless steel mesh filter I could have used if I wanted to get the foam out, but there's so little, it's no big deal. And that's it. So I'm going to try it out and see how it goes. Got a little foam there. Oh, it's good. Wow. It's not so tart like the ones I made at home. Mainly what I taste is the cranberry, and that pineapple has just sweetened it a little. I put just a tiny bit of carrot because everything went well. That's mellowed it out a bit. I'm getting a kick now of that ginger. But it's really tasty. This would also be good mixed with a little sparkling water or something at a holiday party. So that's our recipe. Thanks for watching the video. Just want to encourage you, if you see fresh cranberries, don't be afraid to use them. They can be added to all sorts of different types of juices. Remember, if you like this video, please leave a comment below, or if you have any questions or any ideas for videos, please write them below as well. So again, thanks for watching. I'm Dan with EUJUICERS.COM, and I'll see you next time.